forgot to tell you that I usually have my guests sing us in and make up a theme song about the Chartless podcast. Are you ready?
Way.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, you forgot. You conveniently forgot. Okay. Chartless. Chartless is a podcast. I don't really know what's about to happen, but we're going to get into some tea. So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for joining us in Chartless today. I am here with Alexa Renee. Some of you in the Sofar scene might know her as Lexi at Sofar. She is a crew lead in New York. And we're going to talk about a lot of things today.
Oh, I'm nervous.
And you were saying before we pressed record that this is your first podcast, yeah?
Yeah. It is.
But you were just interviewed on Good Morning America.
Yes. Allegedly, I was interviewed on Good Morning America. Yeah, that was also a first experience of that kind. That was my first time doing like a national news segment of any kind. So yeah, I'm having a lot of media firsts right now. I don't know why.
You were on a press junket.
Right.
Apparently.
Yes.
For Sofar.
Yep. Talk to my, my manager or whatever about, appearances, I guess.
This is amazing. Yeah, I was surprised you didn't put me through to your people instead of just.
I should start doing that and just forward you to my supervisors at Sofar and be like, yeah, my people. Yeah, just go through my people. They would love that. Hi, guys.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about Sofar? It's, I'm very familiar with it. I've worked with so many artists that have played those shows across the country, let alone in New York. But maybe for people who haven't quite gotten involved yet or don't really understand exactly what it is and what makes it special and different.
Yeah.
Can you fill us in a little bit on the mission and just a little bit of the history of Sofar?
Yeah. Sofar, here's the Sofar story. And it's a true story, but it's I don't know. I think it's the best way of sort of surmising what
we like true stories in general on Chartless. Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Yeah. No fake news right now, guys. Okay, so Sofar. Here's a Sofar story. Sofar started in 2009 in this guy's living room, basically. This guy, Rafe, who is our founder in 2009, he was going out to, bars, clubs to see music and was really disillusioned with the lack of intimacy. No one paying attention, everyone on their phones, spilling drinks on each other, talking over the music. And wanted a way to find new artists in a kind of environment that didn't really exist at that time, which was, one of real intimacy and closeness with the music and the artist. And so he just started having these concerts in his living room. And people found out about it and it sort of became this cult following. And so people from all over the world, because London's such an international city, people from all over the world sort of got involved and they started taking Sofar to their own city. And so now we're in 400 cities, over 400 cities all over the world. And most of our cities are community run. So they run a little bit different than New York, but it's just these really hyper local music scenes all over the world, united under this one umbrella. And we have expanded and we're now not just in some guy's living room, although we have a couple of really cool living room venues that we do shows in, but we're in all different types of places. We're still trying to maintain that same living room house show vibe.
And so in New York, I've, been to several. How does it work? If somebody's oh, I want to start checking out Sofar shows, let's start from the perspective of someone who wants to attend a Sofar show. How do you find out where they are, when they are, who's playing? How do you do that?
Well, we have a website, sofarsounds.com. And how it works is so part of the whole lore of Sofar and the mechanism of Sofar is that we keep as much a surprise until showtime as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So here in New York, because New York is so big and there's so many different areas in New York, you can go on the website and choose a neighborhood that you'll be in, like a general area of New York, but you won't find out where the show is going to be until like 40 hours or something, 36 hours or something before the show. And then when you get to the show, as each artist comes up and performs, that's when you find out who's performing. So yeah. So that's how it works. You can go on the website and buy a ticket and test your luck. Yeah.
So there's secret, intimate shows in really cool, intimate venues. And you kind of find out at the last minute where in that selected neighborhood you're going to go. And then when you're there, it's like, sit back, turn off your phone, and just like bond with these artists in these intimate settings.
And each other.
Yes.
And each other. It's like our root chakra is in like music community. Yeah. That's what a lot of people that work for Sofar actually, like why we all started, when we talk about, hey, like, how did you start working for Sofar? Like, why are you here? What's your, and in one way or another, we're all mainly looking to be invested in the music community in New York. And yeah, it's just a really great sort of like anchor point in that scene out here. And so, yeah, we love community. It's at the heart of what everyone involved is about. And so we love when our guests connect with each other. We just had a singles night last night. And so everyone's like talking and playing games and yeah.
And if you are an artist who wants to play, and you can answer specifically from like the New York point of view, but if you're an artist who's like, oh, I totally want to do one of these shows. I mean, built-in crowds. I don't have to promote it.
Exactly.
It's community-based. Like, this is my dream.
Yeah.
How do artists reach out? And also, like, what are you all looking for in an artist?
You can apply also through our website. There's an application, and basically we're just going to ask you for ideally like 3 or so videos of you performing live. If you don't have any footage of you in front of an audience, that's okay.
Right.
Really, the most important things are that we can see and hear you clearly. You would be so surprised.
I wouldn't be. I get
the potato videos.
I get, yeah.
Ross says it all. Our booker says it all the time. He's like, sometimes it looks like videos are shot through like a potato. It's just like, what are we looking at?
Or you're like in the witness protection program because you're so backlit.
Why are you protecting your identity right now? I do need to see you. So yeah. Yeah. And then tell us like some information about what your setup, different various setups of your project look like. But that's it. It's really quick and simple. And then eventually we will watch those videos. And what we're looking for is not genre specific, though I will say we are always so excited for an up-tempo submission.
For sure.
We get so many ballads. And hey, you guys, I love a ballad. I'm not out here hating on ballads right now. But our shows are meant to be this fun, lively place where people are like connecting. And it's, I would just say across the board for any audition in any context, like lead with, joy or drive or something. Yeah. That would be my major recommendation.
I love that. Thank you a million times over.
Yeah.
As a vocal coach, but also in the music career mastermind programs that I run, where it's more like holistic artist development and music career development, right? I always talk about how singers in particular always feel that ballads show off their voices more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's actually way harder to be entertaining and compelling and interesting and understand the text and the vibe and the tempo and the energy
dynamic
of an up tempo. Like that actually shows you off way more than you think it does.
Yeah, totally. And people like anyone in any position who's like sitting and watching auditions
one after the other.
And this has been for me because I'm also an actor and I've spent my whole life auditioning. It's been so valuable for me to like actually be on the other side of that process. But when we're doing that in these like 3 or 4 hour sessions, we're just like sitting and watching videos. It starts becoming very easy to discern when someone is really popping and standing out and doing something different. And the easiest way to do that right now, just based on what we're seeing, is by giving us something up tempo, because no one's giving up tempo. So yeah, that's my major recommendation. But other than that, just you doing what you love to do. And we want obviously something cool and unique and special and something intangible.
Let's talk a little about some of the artists that have come through so far. I mean, I certainly I was introduced to you through Aji, whom I know that
oh my God, my
amazing.
obsession.
Yeah.
I'm begging him to let me shoot a music video, begging. And I'm going on the air right now and putting myself out there again. Aji's amazing. So Aji. But we've also had Leanne La Havas. We had Billie Eilish, Jack Harlow, Yeba. I mean, literally so many.
I think Chelsea Cutler, someone that I've worked with. I think I remember pulling up an old Sofar video from her.
Yeah. I mean, literally so many people. It the list actually does continue to go on. And so many amazing people that didn't even necessarily start at Sofar.
Yeah.
Use Sofar when maybe they're traveling to book gigs or things like that, because Sofar's whole gig is that they are hyper local. So not only do they know all of the local musicians, but that means they know all the local businesses, and unlikely venues that we work with on an everyday basis. And people love connecting with their fans and in that kind of setting. So
absolutely. Yeah. And what does a crew lead do? We know you watch hours and hours of audition reels.
That's actually mostly my booker. And I want to put that out there. Okay. I am not the main booker for Sofar Sounds, or even a booker technically. But a crew lead, basically it is myself or my coworker, Ari, shout out Ari, who is at every single show, barring some, act of God or something.
Right.
Or normal life. We're at every show and we're just sort of overseeing the experience, the guest experience, the venue host experience, the artist experience, and most importantly to me, honestly, my crew experience. So just making sure that everything is running smoothly, everybody has what they need to make the show happen, and that we have a great night of music.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't even know that Sofar. Okay, this is going to sound rude. I didn't know that Sofar cared that much to have that role.
Well, that was built over time.
Yeah.
It really used to be a group of volunteers that, and in many cities, it still operates on a similar model. But yeah, just a group of people that sort of grassroots finds places to go and just sort of sets up their string lights and stuff in New York. And most other cities nowadays where it's a little bit more, structured, but it's a position that has evolved over time from learning how best to put these shows on.
And what are you seeing in the scene these days? Are there just some common themes or desires, challenges, strengths, that you're seeing collectively in the New York community? Is it a community right now? Do you feel like it's
I was actually just talking about this with another artist, Chloe Hogan, who's amazing. I really think there is.
Yeah.
I definitely think there is. And it's something that I personally feel like people love to romanticize the New York City of the past. All these communities were a very certain way. And obviously there's validity, discourse, but I definitely feel like there is a robust and tight-knit community of musicians in New York right now. And I feel that that's really distinct. And so something that I'm, I guess, noticing, but I guess feels perpetual to me, but has become a little bit harder over time, or a lot harder over time, is for people to find new music, new artists in like an organic way, because any artist in New York knows how hard it is to get booked at these venues and how many requirements there are from head count to bar tab to, it just makes it, I mean, like think about if that was the case when like Bob Dylan was playing around New York, like the, you know, poor working class musicians that just need a platform. Yeah. So that's something I'm noticing, that it's hard and it's getting harder for musicians in that way. And that's, I think, why Sofar continues to have the artist pool that we do and the quality of artists that we do, because there is something really invaluable about putting an artist in front of a group of people that would have never otherwise known of them. And that exchange, like both of those parties discovering each other in an organic setting.
Yeah, it really shows that can still work, doesn't it? You know, this idea. I mean, people used to go to the Bitter End and, you know, that other venue that Dylan and Joan Baez used to play all the time. I'm forgetting the name of it. But people used to go because they knew they were promised quality. Yeah. And that beautiful organic discovery.
Yeah.
And there was a scene, right? And for some reason, venues have been having a very difficult time drawing people in with the promise of quality, right? So they're drawing people in with the promise of drink specials and honestly, or they're just not drawing people in. So they're having the artists now draw people in, right? Yeah. But somehow Sofar has figured out how to have this sustainable brand of quality that is attracting people who are like, okay, I know that if I go to a Sofar show, it's going to be fun and interesting and cool. Right. And there's going to be high quality music. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I want to do that. I don't want to go to some bar and just like,
exactly,
you know, have it all be loud and gross.
No,
you know,
I was just watching, if you guys haven't seen it, you have to see it. It's Never Over, the Jeff Buckley documentary, playing at the Angelica right now.
I'm so excited to see that.
It's obviously completely devastating, and you will be ugly crying in public.
Fair.
So just be ready for that, I guess. But unbelievable documentary. Anyway, one of the most important things in his life as a musician was the cafe he was working at, Renée, which was a platform for so many amazing artists at the time. There's all these, especially here in New York, there's such a history of independent artists and independent small businesses. Yes. Collaborating and being this symbiotic relationship. And I think it's really important to maintain that. Yes. And obviously it's changing because there's so many things about the world that are changing all the time. And so I think it's really important to maintain that history, especially here in New York. And people always want that experience. That experience will never be something that people don't want to seek out. So
totally agree. Wow, I did not have AI on my list of things to bring up talking to Alexa.
God.
But no, it's good.
I might get canceled.
No, it's
my first
good.
Cancellation.
First of many, though.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm lucky. If I'm lucky.
Don't sell yourself short. You got plenty of cancellations in there, I'm sure.
Thank you so much.
No, so, you know, I talk about AI from time to time with my artists, obviously. And what the conversation often leaves out is the truth that just because software systems can create songs, that will never scratch the itch that a songwriter has to make their own songs. So like, as long as there are human beings alive on Earth.
I'm nodding my head crazy right now, by the way.
So as long as here's my theory.
Yeah.
As long as there are human beings alive on Earth, there will be a drive to be the artist.
Speak on that.
not to shortcut your way through having a finished product, but to actually be the artist. It is as human a drive as it is to eat or drink water or reproduce or whatever.
What are we talking about? Yeah.
So like, it's an innate drive. That's part of the human experience is to like actually participate in the creation of art.
Yes.
And there is also a natural drive that humans have to connect through art, through being the recipient of the art that someone has created.
Yeah.
So as long as there are humans on Earth, that will remain. Now, the business models might get blown to pieces.
Yep.
It has. It's been obliterated many times before.
Right.
You know, like going all the way back to like medieval times.
Literally.
Like it's not the same, right? But the idea that there's never going to be organically made music ever again is crazy, because as long as there are organically made people, there will be people who want to organically make that music.
Our main audio engineer, Brett, we were talking the other day.
Oh, wait, we know Brett. Skip and I both know Brett.
Yeah. He works with Audrey a lot. Yeah. We were talking about this the other day. He was like, I can tell immediately within seconds if it is AI music.
Sure.
Seconds. If you're somebody that listens to music all the time, there is an intangible, sometimes it's tangible. Okay. Sometimes those AIs, I'm like, yeah, I can hear that you're artificial, babe. But some of them are cocky, but there is always this intangible humanity that is not there. And yeah, I mean, we could literally have an entire conversation just about this, but suffice it to say, I completely agree with you. And I think, that's why we still have concerts almost every night of the week.
Yes.
In this economy, you know, because people need art. It's a way, I mean, it's like kind of a joke, but I think it actually says something a little bit profound. We're a really prevalent like first date spot. And I'm like, well, let's think about that for a second. This is an environment that somebody brings somebody that they may not know very well to connect with, you know. I think it just says something about how human beings want to connect with each other, the kinds of things they want to bond over.
Right. First date, you want to meet on Zoom and stream our Spotify accounts at each other?
Violently. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, no, we're so screened out. All of us. Yeah. And are so desperate for an organic, natural human experience. And music does that everyone knows. That's why we love music. And there's nothing like seeing music live. There's nothing like seeing music live.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true. I wanted to ask a little bit more about you and your story, if you don't mind. Now, this is
when I get canceled.
Here we go. You're a highly controversial. So this just came. I just got this alert on my phone in the New Yorker.
You got that Amber Alert?
So now I know full disclosure, Alexa and I are just meeting today for the first time.
Yeah. This is the first date. It's our first date.
It is. Over Sofar.
Yeah. Crazy.
So I know that you are an actor, a writer, a director. You're recording an audiobook. You're like doing all the things. You're definitely an artist through and through. And you said you've done some singing and stuff as well. So connect the dots. Like, who are you and why are you roped into Sofar?
So I started as an actor. I still am an actor. My training was in theater. So did a lot of singing in my education and also like professional life. And music was my first artistic love, like full stop. I have been obsessed with music ever since I was a child.
Who were your early faves?
I have been so influenced by my father and his music tastes, because my father is also I'm like nature versus nurture. I don't know what it is, but that man is completely obsessed with music and like gave me a bug or something.
My dad too.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So like I would say like classic rock is like the bedrock of my inspirations.
Okay, so classic rock for you though is what? Stuff that came out in the 2000s?
Oh my God, how dare you? No, everyone knows that's a golden age of R&B and R&B pop. Like,
so you mean like real classic rock?
Yeah,
like
I mean
60s,
like
70s?
the Eagles. I mean like Fleetwood Mac. I mean,
love it.
The good stuff, the good oldies.
The classic rock that has like really quality singing, songwriting, harmonies.
You know the radio station. Whoever your DJ is. Like, is it Delilah? I don't know who it is. She has like an ASMR, or it's like Brucey. Yeah.
Yes.
But he also loved. I mean, he loves every genre. It was also a lot of musical theater and classic, R&B and blues and just everything. So music has always been a huge part of my life, and I spent so much of my life, as I said, as a singer. And and so the acting sort of gave way to directing, because it's something I always wanted to do. And I've also been a writer for the majority of my life, like ghost writing, different various kinds of materials and that kind of thing. Anyway, so
the stuff that's going to get you canceled.
Oh yeah, it's really juicy.
The joke that is never
guys.
going to die.
Yeah. Some of these lifestyle blogs I've ghostwritten for the meatless Mondays. Like, that's really what's going to get me.
You.
Yeah, I know. No, but yeah. So I've been doing a lot of screenwriting. And
so what are you working on now? Sounds like you have a few things in the works.
As a writer and director, I'm working on a short film right now called Mortalia, which is a surrealist film about the grief experience, especially as a young person. But we're mostly interested in how film depicts the immediate experience of what grief feels like, and how your memories often before the person died, how your memories of that time feel significantly more real, like real life, than your waking lived reality, which feels more nightmarish and unreal. So we're doing a lot of really cool experimental lensing and framing, and doing an underwater shoot next week. I'm really excited for.
Where?
Boston.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll be in Boston.
I was going to say, which river?
LOL. we were going to go to a pool in New Jersey, but no, we're going to be in Boston. But anyway, that's the film I'm working on right now. And then I'm working on an audiobook called Estranged by Susan Shapiro Barish, which is about female friendships.
Like the toxic kind?
Yeah, it's Estranged is like sort of a study on that phenomenon. That's this sort of like...
Wait, is it nonfiction?
It's nonfiction.
Ooh.
It's nonfiction, and it's a study of over 150 real women talking about friendship breakups with other women and what their stories are, and what the patterns are, and sort of this weird dichotomy that exists in our culture about seeing female friendships as this like really soapboxed, like they have to look a certain way and operate a certain way, and you can never leave your female friends, or there's some like taboo, and how it's a relationship like any other relationship, and sometimes relationships have to end.
Well, so I won't read the book. I'll wait until the audiobook is ready so I can listen to you read it to me.
Thanks. My first audiobook.
Oh, I was going to ask, this is your first one?
Yeah. Having a lot of firsts.
Yes.
Yeah, my first audiobook. Wow.
Yeah.
So different than what I thought it would be like.
Is it hard?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard, and it's really exhausting. I am a writer. So I'm like, yeah, words. That's my whole thing. But like reading them, for like 5 hours, if you have like a 5-hour session and you're just sitting in the booth, reading words all day and talk, like it is, your brain just starts to not be able to do it anymore at a certain point.
And keep the energy
Yeah.
Not even up, but just like the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's an element of coldness to the read that will always be there because it's so much material. It's a book. Like you can read the chapters that you plan on recording that day or whatever your process is and like annotate, and you should do all that. But I mean, you haven't memorized word for word this book. So there is always going to be an element of like cold reading. And so it's just, you have to be like interpreting what the sentence is saying before you've even completed the sentence for the first time. Like it's, but it's fun. I mean, I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. I mean, clearly, like we said, you were on a press junket. You're recording, you're being like recorded all over the place while writing and directing a film. Is there anything coming up in New York in like September or October that people should be on the lookout for?
Oh my God.
I mean, I know so far shows are sort of secretive, but like, is there something happening that in the scene that we need to know about?
Oh my God. Yeah. The answer is yes. And there's like 5 billion artists floating around in my head right now that are all screaming at me like, yeah, I have a single dropping. I have this like release show. Like my answer is there's like so many things happening all the time.
So, all right. But I get this question a lot because I work with artists all over the world.
Yeah.
And artists are always like, when I'm in the city in September and in October, where should I go? Who should I see? Or how could I find out like what's going on? So obviously first answer is like, go to Sofar, go to the website, put your neighborhood in.
Yeah.
And will you see dates of when the shows are?
You'll see dates, you'll see neighborhoods. And if you're trying to get involved in the music scene, the best way to do that is just talk to musicians and talk to us. If you come to a Sofar show, like I said, that's what we're all about. But literally like go up to artists and be like, hey, where are you gigging? Like, where should I see some cool shows? Do you have any friends that are playing X, Y, and Z genre even? Where can I see that? Like, this is a really, like I said, tight-knit community. It's expansive, but it's also like small at the same time. Like there's 1,012,000 places to see music here in New York City. And different ways, like, you know, you have concerts, you have jam sessions, there's just so many different ways to consume live music, and nobody knows what's going on better than the artists that are involved in the scene. So definitely come to Sofar, talk to an artist. If you know an artist that lives here, DM them, reach out to them. Artists love hyping up the other artists in their community.
They sure do.
That's something I love so much about where the community is at right now. Like, yeah, people can hate on it for whatever reasons, but there's like a barter system going on. There's like a really collectivist sort of mentality about sharing the wealth and like picking each other up right now that I experience on an everyday basis being involved in this community, and the film community too, by the way. That's really, really cool. So people love to talk about that and just talk to people in the community.
Who are some of now this is going to be like a rude question. We're just going to keep making people mad at you. Who are some of your favorites that you've seen around these days?
Greedness. Well, Audrey, TBH, like not even actually just saying that. Audrey is crazy amazing.
Thanks. I take all the credit.
Yeah, you should. You should. We'll call up his mom and tell her that. I'm sure she'd love to hear that. Yeah, Audrey's amazing. Holy crap. Noah Alexi is an amazing R&B artist in the scene right now and has like an entire like universe of his own of Avengers Assemble amazing musicians. Vera Starr and Alex James. Alex James actually just dropped a really amazing single, Big Blue. You should go stream it. Oh my God, Chloe Hogan, like I said. Oh my, Ross Newhouse. I have to shout Ross Newhouse out, who's our booker at Sofar Sounds and also happens to be an amazing artist. Amanda Baris is one of my favorite artists in the scene right now, bar none. Oh, I love you guys all, and I'm forgetting so many of you, and I'm sorry. But there's just so many amazing artists.
You're like, I have the same energy as someone who didn't expect to win the Golden Globe and is like,
it's just, I'm like, yeah, I'm overwhelmed by the amount, and yeah, there's just so many. Come to a show. There's too many to name.
Will we ever see you singing at a Sofar show?
I hope so. Right now, music for me, I mean, obviously, like music is a huge part of my life because it's like my everyday job, but also like as an artist, songwriting and stuff it exists for me right now in more of a like self-therapeutic, cathartic way, because like any artist who's like hustling knows your relationship to the art that you're hustling with, it ebbs and it flows. And that's just like a relationship you have to sort of get comfortable with. Like if your artistic practice is also a source of income for you and like a business.
Yes.
So for me, it's really nice to have an artistic practice that isn't related to that at all, that is just for myself. And is just purely creative. And yeah, so that's where that's at. But I do think it is a goal of mine to do that eventually. So I'll say I hope so.
I love that. And now you've recorded it. So
And so I'll cancel myself if I don't do it. Yeah.
You put it out there.
The stakes are super high for me.
Well, sing us out, please.
Oh my God. Oh, should we sing one of Audrey's songs as we go out?
Yeah, go ahead.
Goddamn, feeling like a brand new man. Got money in my pocket and something in stop it.
The more I make, I'm gonna spend.
Yeah, love you, Audrey. Sorry. Stream Audrey's music.
Thanks again for hanging out with me today, everybody. This has been Chartless. I am Melissa Mulligan. I am a vocal and music career coach. For those of you who've been asking, there are ways to get in touch with me directly. You can find me and my bio and a coaching request form on melmulligan.com. That's MELMULLIGAN.com. And you can learn more about all the things we do at Music Career Mastermind by going to mastermindroad.com. And that is mastermind, ROAD, like our roadmap.com. I love you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. And I will talk to you soon.